Now, I know Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans about 10, 11 years ago. Were you affected by that? Was your family affected by that?
I mean, my family, they lost some houses and shit, property and shit, but everybody evacuated. We got up out of there.
Now, was that the first time you've ever evacuated or your family has evacuated a hurricane warning, a hurricane evacuation call?
mean, yeah, but
Because I know New Orleans...
in 65, they had some shit called Betsy, and I know my auntie, fuck, she was born in 50-something, so she told me that she had to get, leave. It was the same thing as Hurricane Katrina. So, yeah, so I know she had to, that's my great auntie, she's still living, so yeah, she had to evacuate from the city before. I just the first time, so.
Now, New Orleans is, I mean, it sits right there on the Gulf, surrounded by water. And it's not the first time a hurricane just comes to New Orleans. Hurricanes always come to the Gulf of Mexico and develop in that area.
Yeah.
But have there been other times where there have been hurricane warnings to evacuate, and this one was just the one that you particularly, or your family, took heed to, or?
Man, that shit was on the news. You know what I mean? Get the fuck. Evacuate. That's what they were saying. In so many words. Go about your business. This the real deal. You know what I mean?
Some people stayed behind.
Yeah, they stayed behind.
Some people financially had reasonings to stay behind. Maybe they didn't have enough money to get out and evacuate. And some people didn't take the warning serious. Maybe they thought it was just...
Yeah, they didn't take it serious. You could have got the fuck. Greyhound, something.
Now, I know everybody was different with the hurricane. Some people, they evacuated and kind of stayed temporarily away from the city for a while. How was that with your family? Did you guys come right back, or did you have to...
Not right back. It came back. It's just something about New Orleans.
How long before you actually came back and actually saw, what happened to your properties and where you were living at and so on and so forth?
Like 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, till I came back, You could have went back probably in about 6 months, 3 months.
Now, how old were you when that happened?
11.
So very young.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even know if you can even answer this, but back at that time when Hurricane Katrina happened, there was a lot of negative flack from the people of New Orleans on how the government and FEMA and, people reacted on a higher up level to the natural disaster. I don't know if you can answer that, but what was your opinion of how they took care of the situation?
It was fucked up because, my people was waiting on their FEMA check for the property and shit. It came, but it was the way they was doing it. They were trying to really, fuck over a nigga on some shit. Saying that it was sending this week and it ain't coming, and prolonging and shit. So, yeah, that shit's stressful.
Now, for somebody that, whether they're living in New Orleans or not, but let's say they get the warning about a big natural disaster about to happen. Like I said, you left. Some people didn't. What's your advice? Let's say another hurricane's coming to New Orleans or that area. What do you say to somebody?
Another natural disaster coming to New Orleans, what would I say to them?
Yeah. What would be your advice?
Take heed to that motherfucker. Listen.